Yo, what up, though? This right here is a touchy topic, but skol family, we gotta have it, man. Subscribe and like to my video right now. It's a whole new year. Subscribe. I know y'all watching, but did the Minnesota Vikings hire the wrong coach? At the time, after we fired Mike Zimmer, the Vikings was searching for a head coach. It was plenty of head coaches out there. Kevin O'Connell, Brian Dable, Mike McDaniels, Doug Peterson. But I understand the Minnesota Vikings want to go young, and I can respect that. Mike McDaniels, he never called play for the 49ers, but I feel like the 49ers is a good ran organization, man. I'm going to be real with you. I like the way the 49ers is ran compared to other teams. Mike McDaniels been around for a long time. He had 9 coaching jobs as a coach in the NFL and in college. Brian Dable, we seen what he did with the Buffalo Bills. He had Josh Allen in that offense playing good. Josh Allen looked like he took a step back since Brian Dable left the Buffalo Bills. Buffalo Bills ain't run the ball good. I would mainly blame that on the running backs they had, but their offense was doing good. They made it to the AFC Championship game, and they won a division and made many playoff appearances. And KOC came from the Rams. Ain't really do much for the Rams. The Rams was okay, but the Rams got really good once they traded for Matthew Stafford and they made the Super Bowl, and the rest is history. If that's the reason the Minnesota Vikings hired KOC, because he was the offense coordinator for a Super Bowl winning team, but he really didn't call plays. So what did KOC do when he was at the Rams? I don't know. But Brian Dable, I like the Brian Dable. And Brian Dable beat Kevin O'Connell in the playoffs. Everybody in the world know the Minnesota Vikings offense is way better than the New York Giants last year. I don't care about the defense. The New York Giants defense should not hold the Minnesota Vikings powerful offense to no 20 something points. Like, let's be for real. And the Giants offense is horrible. Well, Brian Dable had Daniel Jones in that offense. You can't name one wide receiver playing good. He did good for the New York Jets. They ain't give him much to work with, but he did make the playoffs. He did beat the Minnesota Vikings in the playoffs. Another rookie head coach. And Brian Dable beat KOC when it really mattered the most. Mike McDaniels. Everybody know last year Tua was in and out with injuries for the Miami Dolphins. But Miami Dolphins will still win the football game no matter who the quarterback was. They went up to Buffalo in a wild card game and gave Buffalo everything they can handle. But Miami still fell short. I think they lost by 7 or 6 points like that with a rookie quarterback. I never even heard of Skylar Thompson or something like that, because I think Teddy Bridgewater was injured at the time. But Mike McDaniel won multiple games with backup quarterbacks, and their defense is okay. But their offense was mainly the reason they won them football games. And Kevin O'Connell, this is KOC. The Minnesota Vikings offense last year wasn't that good. Let's be real. They led the league in 3 and outs. They had to come back from a lot of wins last year to get them 13 wins. So I don't look at the records. None. I'm looking at the coaching and how are you coaching this football team. And that's where I got a problem with KOC. This year, last year was cool. You lost in a wild card game. Many people gonna blame the defense. Okay, cool. But this year, week 1, the offense had multiple turnovers. Week 2, the offense had multiple turnovers. We couldn't score points. The Minnesota Vikings offense this year had a lot of turnovers and they couldn't score points. That's the downfall of the Minnesota Vikings season this year. Then we lost Kirk Cousins on the during the season, and that right there ain't helped the case. And ever since we lost Kirk Cousins, the quarterback position been a carousel for KOC. And let me ask y'all, Vikings fan, how are you a head coach and you brought in Nick Mullins last year to be the backup quarterback? And you knew last year when you seen Nick Mullins in practice and you had films on Nick Mullins, but you decided Nick Mullins was good enough to be a backup quarterback for your football team. And when Kirk Cousins go down, you trade for Josh Dobbs, who don't even fit your offense. So I don't even know why they even made that trade. But Dobbs get benched and you put Nick Mullins in the game. Nick Mullins became an interception turnover machine for the Minnesota Vikings. And KOC benched Mullins for Gerald Hard. Gerald Hard getting in the game for 2 series. 2 series. It ain't 2 series. I'm being funny, but Gerald Hard played the first half and he get benched for Nick Mullins. For Nick Mullins, who done had down there 10 turnovers and he only played in 3 or 4 games. Probably not even that many. But the main point of this video is KOC in the quarterback position group been a hot mess all season. And they tell me KOC is the quarterback whisperer. What quarterback had KOC whispers to did good in the NFL, especially with the Minnesota Vikings? You handpicked Nick Mullins to be your backup quarterback, and Nick Mullins failed badly. Nick Mullins ain't win a game yet for the Minnesota Vikings. You had to trade for a quarterback to be your backup quarterback because the quarterback you wanted was injured, and the quarterback you traded for won more games than your backup quarterback. That's right there, my friend, fall on KOC. And this offense wasn't good this year, even when Kirk Cousins was the quarterback. Because when Kirk Cousins was the quarterback, we won what? 3 games in a row. So we was 4-4. We was 500. And we shouldn't have been 500 with the type of offense we have on Minnesota, especially the way our defense been playing. But the offense haven't been playing good none this year. And the quarterback position is a hot mess. So did the Minnesota Vikings make the right hire when they hired KOC? A person who can't get the quarterback spot right, a person who don't run the football, a person don't know what to do or how to call plays on offense. I'm not saying KOC is the wrong hire. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. But I never said that in this video. But y'all let me know in the comment section below. Was KOC the right hire for the Minnesota Vikings, or the Minnesota Vikings hired KOC just because he was a former, no, not former, he was the OC of the Rams who just won the Super Bowl, but he never called plays for the Rams. Do y'all feel like Mike McDaniels, Doug Peterson, or Brian Dable would have been a better fit for the Minnesota Vikings? I won't put Doug Peterson in there because he is older. I would mainly say Brian Dable or Mike McDaniels. Cause one of them 2 coaches did better than KOC in 2 years with the Minnesota Vikings.